I used a team of my favorites to get to Master Ball tier in Pokemon Champions. And as you all know, I like Steelix and I made a whole team around its Earthquake, even when you're flying in the sky. Let's get into them individually. Oranguru is very bulky, has Trick Room and Telepathy ability. Wide moves like Earthquake and Discharge don't hit it. If that's your ally like Steelix for example, Gravity helps Earthquake hit flying types and levitators. It also makes inaccurate moves accurate, and I'll explain why this is important later. And lastly, its typing of Psychic and Normal means it can't get hit by last respects. Our Steelix is actually an offensive version, with Earthquake, Body Press, Heavy Slam, and no wide guards. We just Trick Room and attack, with sturdy ability to take an extra hit. After Gravity is set up, Steelix can Earthquake everything on the field, it doesn't matter what it is, and it can't be Rage Powdered or Follow Mead either. Heavy Slam Fairies and Ice, Body Press in case you get intimidated, and that's all. Pelipper's role is really just to bring up the rain to defend Steelix and change the weather. Steelix is on the attack, Pelipper is for passive weather control, so my team can take fire attacks. Tailwind is for some of my Pokemon to gain speed control, if no Trick Room. Gravity helps these inaccurate moves. Serena has all inaccurate moves but is boosted by the wide lens. Her main role is with her Queen Majesty ability to block priority attacks like Fake Out, and also Prankster. Grass type resists Earthquake and Discharge in case I have to switch into them. Immune to spores like Rage Powder. High Jump Kick doesn't work under gravity, but I kept it because it's a powerful attack. My Sceptile invests bulk over speed. Because that's my second Mega, it has to stay on the field for at least one shot, and it can run under Tailwind and Trick Room, while still naturally faster than Garchomp and Charizard. It's a good partner for Rotom Fan, as it uses electric attacks like Discharge, and Mega Sceptile uses the Lightning Rod ability. Sceptile deals with Archaludon and protects Pelipper from electric attacks. Rotom Fan specifically deals with Mega Staraptor, resisting fighting and flying attacks, as well as Sinister's Machagacha. Nasty plot on Switch. I'm gonna share some matches now, but before I do, I'd like you guys to just consider hitting that subscribe button. A conventional team here, it looks like. Charizard Aerodactyl might take the lead. Sylveon looks like it'll probably be in the back. King Gambit may be somewhere in the back too for that late game Sucker Punch. Raichu might not be a pick because I have the Lightning Rod ability. I just need the weather up for Charizard, and then hopefully I get the Trick Room. Earthquake and Gravity is going to have to be the win condition, and without it, I don't know if we can actually win. Okay, let's give it a good shot. I've played against these teams long enough to know. Charizard's going to be difficult just because we'll have to wrestle with the weather. But again, as long as we get that Trick Room, Gravity, Earthquake setup going, we should steamroll to victory. And I think Oranguru should survive a heat wave here, even under the sun. Now the danger is probably getting flinched by Aerodactyl. I'm going to protect my Serena, but if they double up into Oranguru, it might be bad. However, I think it can survive, honestly. We should activate its Citrus Berry, and then it's tanky enough to reverse the dimensions. And after Gravity is activated, Pelipper's Muddy Water also gets 100% accuracy, and then Hurricane is 100% accurate even if the sun is up. Wait a second, Tailwind? Don't they know my Oranguru is a Trick Room setter? Maybe they were expecting Pelipper to come in and then Serena to attack, but there's no way Serena was faster than Aerodactyl. Maybe faster than Charizard, they thought, but not next to a Trick Room setter, no way. And we get our Trick Room up, which is amazing. Now the second phase is Gravity, and we'll go first. I want to bring in Steelix, but I don't want to come in on a heat wave. We'll bring in Pelipper first, change the weather, maybe force them to switch out, and Steelix on the switch can just Earthquake. Doesn't matter what comes in next, because I don't think Aerodactyl is going out anytime soon. Actually, I'm pretty curious to see what they have in the back. So on this turn we Gravity, but another thing is that Pelipper also drops from the sky, so when Steelix comes in, I'm going to have to protect Pelipper or switch it back out for Oranguru using that telepathy ability to avoid the Earthquake. But it pretty much is all set up now, and we're good. We can still pressure with Muddy Water on this turn, 100% accurate, but I think they're most likely going to switch out. Sometimes the late game trips me up if our Trick Room turns run out and we're in a bad position, but we try and do as much damage before we get to that point. I think so far we're in a winning position, and also we can hit them on the switch. Oranguru gets burned, but it's not a big deal, honestly. Okay, so Muddy Water and then switch to Steelix early because we're only on a limited amount of turns here. On the last turn of Trick Room, we'll try to Tailwind with Pelipper and then bring out Serena because I think that she with doubled speed could be faster than both of them as long as they don't still have Tailwind up. Okay, so out comes Steelix and we're gonna press the attack now. Charizard protects, so that's interesting. Well, it looks like we got the Muddy Water off onto Aerodactyl anyway. I don't know if it's Focus Sash, but it looks like it's confident to be Focus Sash. And I don't think it has Protect, and it survives anyway without the Focus Sash on 4%, which I don't know what they fed that Aerodactyl, but hey. And normally I have a Charty Berry for Pelipper to nullify the damage of Rock Slide, but the pressure ability of Aerodactyl nullifies that, so I'm kind of low on health right now. I should probably switch out Pelipper to preserve the weather to sustain the weather war. And then I'll just go for Earthquake on Steelix and maybe bring in the Oranguru for the telepathy ability and no damage is inflicted on my team. And I mean unnerve ability, not pressure ability, so that's my mistake. But I didn't realize how effective it will be in this format because we're kind of relying on berries right now to nullify damage, no terrestrialization or anything, and it's kind of a limited format. So they switched out both Pokemon. First you see that they have Kingambit and now we see their Garchomp there. So we have Earthquake super effective into 3 of their Pokemon right now, whereas normally it would just be 1. That's why Gravity is so good in this format, because also they are relying on Garchomp to partner with Charizard and Aerodactyl so that Earthquake wouldn't affect them from Garchomp. But now they can't even switch out, and they're still slower because of Trick Room. However, our Oranguru is slowly burning away here, and it's also in Sucker Punch range. I could actually switch out to Serena to ensure that Sucker Punch doesn't connect, but I'd rather keep Earthquaking with Steelix right now, and hopefully we can get the Psychic off onto Garchomp. Steelix can definitely survive an Earthquake, but we don't want it to be chipped away too far because we could be in a bad endgame position. No Sucker Punch, huh? That means our Psychic can get off, which is amazing. But I'm not sure what the opponent wanted to do there, maybe sack someone off. But it's their best interest maybe to stall out Trick Room, because they could sweep in the endgame that way. Because Pelipper is still in the back, I don't think they can win the Weather War. However, Oranguru goes down on this turn. I'm gonna have to bring in Serena when that happens, so that we still have a switch into the weather. The dimensions go back to normal, but we still have 1 turn of Gravity. If I were them, I'd probably Protect, and then we'd probably be in trouble. And I should not really give them the play to win. If I think they're going to Protect, I could bring in Pelipper. But I'm gonna go for the Earthquake because I have to. And for us to survive a Heat Wave, I'm gonna have to bring in Pelipper on the right side and still sack it off with the Earthquake. I don't know if they can read what I'm gonna do, but it should be obvious if they're watching the turns. And we'll see what happens next, I think. If they Protect, then we can always go for Triple Axle later on Serena. I don't know if Charizard will survive that, but we'll probably try to get Heavy Slam off onto the Aerodactyl as well. And they go for Tailwind. They wanted to try and sweep. I don't think they saw the Gravity there. Or maybe they forgot Pelipper was in the back, which, I don't know. It doesn't seem likely, but hey, our Steelix just got burned. That's huge. That means that we can't get a knockout with this Earthquake. Aerodactyl goes down, but Charizard has another chance. Hopefully with the rain, we're lucky we did have the rain. Hopefully we can still survive, but then Gravity has turned to normal and I'm going to have to Heavy Slam, which is not going to be very effective. Hopefully with Serena still on the field, we can Triple Axle to victory. At least Steelix got it chipped down, and I don't know why they didn't Protect there. They could have been in a very good spot. Like, even without the burn, all I could do is Heavy Slam next turn, which wouldn't be effective. I don't know if it would lead to the same result, like a double up KO on Charizard, but here comes a Heat Wave and we even survive. Steelix survives as well. That's the reason why Pelipper is on my team. Serena is going to get the knockout here, which is huge, and that is a meta team down. That is what you expect on the ladder, and our crazy anti-meta team was able to handle that. GG's to my opponent, great match, excellent challenge, and on to the next. Okay, what do we have here? Let's see. I think they do have Mega Frostlass and probably Mega Aerodactyl, I'm guessing. Or maybe Mega Garchomp, though unlikely. I think they want to keep the lead with Aerodactyl, and if they think that they need to use it, then they'll just Mega and then deal more damage, I think. And they have led with Aerodactyl and Mega Frostlass, so they're probably deciding which one to Mega. I have brought my Sceptile here because I think they had Arcaladon on their roster and Serena wouldn't be enough to take it down. So it looks like we even might Mega Steelix. I'll see. With Trick Room first, we can actually use Sceptile under Trick Room here as well. We might Protect. Then switch in Pelipper. I don't know if they're going to double up into Oranguru. We can see that Mega now is actually Mega Frostlass. So they're trying to maybe get, what, Rock Slide Flinch? I forgot to mention that my team is very weak to ice. There are ways around it, Steelix can smash them up, but in general I have a massive weakness to ice with Sceptile and Serena and even Rotom. They Tailwind and Aurora Veil. They probably think my Sceptile is faster than both of them, which is the right way of thinking, but I'm next to a Trick Room user, guys. Aurora Veil is not going to be very fun to work with, and also Frostlass, Mega Frostlass in the snow gets a defense boost because of the snow. Okay, time to set up with Gravity and then bring in, I don't know, Pelipper, change the weather, make the blizzard inaccurate. Oh wait, uh-oh. I made a mistake because Gravity keeps blizzard accurate even when there's no snow. We're just going to have to take it and make sure Steelix comes in to start its work. Hopefully the Aerodactyl does not have Wide Guard or something that would just completely disrupt us. Our best interest anyway is to get a Heavy Slam off Mega Frostlass because that's their Mega, they've used it, right? Aerodactyl is slapping around Pelipper, but we are all set up. And my guess is that they have Rotom Heat in the back because it makes sense for them. They have Thunderbolt against Pelipper and then Heat Wave against Steelix. So if I can get the Earthquake off, that means we take out Aerodactyl and Rotom Heat. We can just narrow down their Pokemon to only a few, maybe one or two. We have the Heavy Slam on the Mega Frostlass, and we should be in a good position right now. Wonder if they switch out or they stay in. I guess they don't really see Steelix coming at this point. Oh, they switch out? Okay. They switch out the Mega Frostlass into Rotom, which is perfect. Oranguru goes for Aerodactyl for a potential Focus Sash chip. This is why Gravity is so good. Now Steelix can get a double knockout or pressure the next Pokemon to come in. So we're really in the lead position at the moment. My opponent hasn't revealed their last Pokemon yet, so I don't know what to expect, but we're looking at a potential Heavy Slam on the Mega Frostlass, a double KO with an Earthquake, and that brings them down to just one. Hopefully we can pull this off. They could use their Pokemon in the back to counter us, depends on what it is. But even if it was like Sylveon, then we still got the Heavy Slam, right? Maybe it could even be Garchomp, but Garchomp has to take a hit. They decide to stay in and go down, which is fantastic. Now they're down to two Pokemon, and they're going to bring in the snow again. We still have the Heavy Slam on Mega Frostlass. I don't know what their next Pokemon is, but we have one turn to do something. I'm also thinking that if they get me down to Sceptile, we could lose the match because it's no match for Mega Frostlass. We're not going to be faster than Mega Frostlass without using Trick Room. My Sceptile is bulky, not fast, but not that bulky that it can live a blizzard. By losing Trick Room, we could be actually at a bad disadvantage. We see Garchomp come out as the final Pokemon. I guess Sceptile can handle that, but not without going down to a Blizzard, so we need to really take care of this Frostlass. The only problem is it going to protect on this turn? Because if it does, then Garchomp is going to get off a nasty Earthquake. It would make sense to protect because of the Earthquake as well, so I probably should not double up onto Frostlass. Heavy Slam should be enough, but it's not. It gets what, a fake Focus Sash? Its defense is boosted by the snow, and also it still has Aurora Veil. However, 1% is just ridiculous. That means we get a Rock Slide to our face and a Blizzard. So they didn't protect or Earthquake. We really messed up that turn. And I think that's the last turn of Trick Room as well. This could be a sweep from them because Pelipper's low on health, Sceptile is weak to Mega Frostlass, and Steelix, well, it probably will get Earthquaked or just taken out by Shadow Ball. We will see. I'm going to try and Tailwind with Pelipper right now so that Mega Sceptile will be faster than the Mega Frostlass. And I'll probably have to protect Steelix in case that goes down. I don't know how well this turn is going to work out, but we're on the losing end now. And I realize I said Mega Sceptile when I should have just said Base Sceptile, which is actually a worse position. Or is it? Because it's 4 times weak to Ice. I realized that Garchomp went for Rock Slide on Steelix as well as Oranguru. Why not Earthquake? Does their Mega Frostlass not have Protect? Pelipper goes down before it gets a chance to use Tailwind. What's Garchomp gonna do? Oh my goodness me, Earthquake. It's gonna Earthquake its own Frostlass. So it wasn't really expecting Steelix to protect. It wanted to use Earthquake and Shadow Ball, get rid of the Pelipper, and then get rid of the Steelix. It didn't work that way. Life Orb is chipping away at itself, and we remain a double target, which is better because it can't just Dragon Claw or Sceptile. It has to maybe Earthquake to get rid of at least Steelix. However, if Steelix wasn't there and Sceptile was just a single target in range, we probably could have lost because Garchomp's Dragon Claw with Life Orb could be enough to knock out a Sceptile by itself. Especially as we know now that the Garchomp is actually faster than Sceptile. But because there's 2 targets on the field, it had to use Earthquake to at least get rid of one of us. One thing that I'd like to highlight in double battles is try to remain a double target, especially in the endgame. The Dragon Pulse from Sceptile turned out to be enough. We get the knockout on Garchomp. Excellent game. GG's to my opponent. Well played. A great challenge. The highlight of this match turned out to be Steelix's positioning once again, especially getting the double knockout with the Earthquake. For those who love watching matches, I have some on-stream ones coming. These are slightly compromised quality, but not compromised gameplay, and so stick around to enjoy. But if this is the end of the video for you, I'd like to thank you sincerely for watching, and I hope to see you again for more. Alright, let's continue. Okay, let's see what we can do with this. Yeah, Sinister Corviknight straight away. Good lead, by the way, I'm going to say. And I might try and... Okay, try bring out Pelipper first. They might Trick Room. Oh, that did a lot of damage. Life Orb, huh? Okay, they've used the Trick Room on me. Oh, I wish I had Mega Steelix right now. This is where I needed Mega Steelix. I think we called it wrong. Okay. Okay, still survives that as well. Brave Bird into Palipro, I think. Yeah. Okay. If we can get Corey Knight right now, this would be perfect. It's actually Life Orb, so... Nice. Okay. Tyranitar. Garchomp. Okay. Oh, Garchomp might be a menace here. Hopefully we don't get knocked out here, but we might do. Okay, Garchomp Ites. It might even be faster. No. No, it's actually slower. Oh, okay. Okay, this is bad. Shoot. I might get special defense buff, who knows. Gravity times 2. Okay. Okay, survives. Okay. Can we still get a Trick Room up? Don't be flinched. Beautiful. Okay. It might protect the Garchomp. Yeah. Focus Sash. Rock Slide maybe? Okay. Ooh, it does damaging. Very damaging. Let's go Protect. There we are. Good game. Good game. Yup. If I did the Air Slash on the Pelipper, that would be fine as well. Okay. I think that we can live a Heat Wave, that's the thing. Even if they don't like, it's probably gonna use Sunny Day. No, it might use, hopefully it doesn't use an attack on our Oranguru. Okay, Tailwind. That's fine, I think we can live a Heat Wave. That's the thing. We don't really want Encore. It's gonna switch out anyway, right? So we may as well triple Axle with the Whimsicott. It's gonna switch out once Pelipper comes in. Hopefully we can get Oranguru in a position to Gravity. Yeah. There we are. Probably Garchomp comes out and uses Earthquake, I think. Yeesh. Don't burn. Can Gambit. Okay, just in case it protects. Charizard might switch out. Yeah. Alright, perfect. Okay, you're both protected. Charizard can still switch out, that's the thing. Yeah. Okay, Garchomp. Probably better that we didn't use gravity actually, otherwise I couldn't high jump kick. Okay, Charizard comes out. Okay, in comes Charizard with the Drought. Yeah, with the Drought. Okay, forfeit. Good game, good game. That's really the big six. And I was a little bit worried because we didn't really get gravity up. And then Steelix could have come in and used Earthquake on everyone, basically. But Pelipper managed to put the pressure in.